It's all change in the world of financial markets, with 2007 set to be a year of consolidation. European regulators have just approved the merger of pan-European bourse operator Euronext with the New York Stock Exchange to form the first transatlantic bourse. Last June, Euronext rejected a rival offer from Deutsche Börse. We asked Euronext boss Jean-François Théodore about what this means.
Monsieur
Théodore, there are surely good financial reasons for Euronext to merge with the NYSE, but why wasn't it possible to create a large, purely European bourse?
riusciti a fare qualcosa di talmente buono e talmente importante anche con le borse europee?
Stock exchanges are companies just like any other. Making a takeover approach to other markets is a way of offering a better service to their customers, more liquidity, more products, and a way to reduce their costs, while increasing the activity through our information processing systems at a time when the European Competition Commissioner has come up with a major directive on deregulation and competition, which is going to come into effect in November of this year, 2007. So we looked in Europe, we looked at London, we looked to the east. It was complicated, and with the New York Stock Exchange we saw an opportunity. It's not financial, it's corporate. To bring together for the first time the top European exchange and the top American exchange, with also a very large European exchange economy, and create the first global market, beginning with the first transatlantic world market and then later perhaps moving into Asia.
Over the past almost 2 years, we've witnessed Euronext and various other big European financial institutions dancing around each other without anything coming of that. What really happened with Deutsche Börse and the London Stock Exchange?
Queste due grandi borse europee?
Non, je crois pas que ce soit tellement le propos.
No, I don't believe in rehashing the past. On the European level, initially what the European authorities rightly would like to develop is competition. And that's what made these various possible mergers at one time or another more complicated. The agreement between the New York Stock Exchange and Euronext has a number of benefits for Europe. One, it's the first global network. Two, it means the NYSE and the pan-European bourse Euronext have parity. European companies' shares will therefore be quoted in New York and on Euronext in euros. That will give a boost to the euro. It will be the second major currency of the stock market. Therefore, this is a good thing for Europe and good for the euro.
Du marché des actions, donc c'est quelque chose qui est favorable à l'Europe et favorable à l'euro.
Questo matrimonio è in particolare
You've stressed the fact that this merger will particularly lead to cost savings and greatly benefit companies with their initial public offerings of shares. But there is also an important cultural aspect, which is that the financial ethics rules are not the same on the two sides of the Atlantic.
in Europa si dia più importanza delle regole etiche che non semplicemente al business.
Moi, je vous parle du New York Stock Exchange.
The New York Stock Exchange Euronext merger is a merger of equals, with the American markets remaining American and the European companies, the Europeans markets, remaining European, under the control of European regulators. Euronext is the only pan-European bourse. It was born out of the euro.
C'est un enfant de l'euro. We
quote the shares of 4 Eurozone countries. We quote Eurobor, which is the principal product of the derivatives market. And we've created, with the world's biggest stock market, the New York Stock Exchange, an alliance of equals. The dollar and the American market on one side, the euro and the European market on the other.
Nel 2006
In 2006, Euronext turned in an exceptional performance with a record number of trades and initial public offerings of shares. After this merger, is there a risk that you won't be able to repeat that level of performance?
Il y a une bourse pan-européenne et une seule
There
aujourd'hui.
is a pan-European bourse, and right now only one, that's Euronext, which united 5 European countries, Belgium, the Netherlands, Portugal, France, and in Britain, the derivatives market.
Euronext.
2006 was a brilliant year for Euronext. Our trades increased by 35%. In terms of numbers of registered trades, we are the leading European bourse, a little in front of London, clearly ahead of the Deutsche Börse, and so Euronext is dynamic. That dynamism will be reinforced by our new increased liquidity and the new cost savings.
Par un nouvel élargissement de la liquidité et une nouvelle diminution des coûts.
Nel matrimonio tra Euronext
So, with the merger with the NYSE, will the Euronext name be changed to something more global?
un nome un po' più globale.
You don't change a winning brand.
Grazie Presidente.